all sick, joy, and cookies. All this and more on today's Brilliant Observations. Do, 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 do. And away we go.
Oh, Melissa, how I just love seeing you. I'm so excited every time. This is the best that I've felt because I've been really feeling terrible. I sound awful, but my heart is filled with joy and happiness despite my body being wrecked.
I think it sounds sexy. I think
Stop.
you've got like a real sexy sound to you.
No. Okay. You're delightful, as always. How art thou?
Well, we too here are sick.
Hey!
It starts at the top, and then the husband comes home and shares it with the wife, and the kids are home from school, and they say, "Oh my God, Mom, I have this new protein drink. You should try it." Like, we're all eating healthy and, like, eating half a cow a day. Sure. Try this. And we all share a straw, a cup, a bottle, whatever the fuck it is. And now we all have the same productive cough, post-nasal drip, slime down the face. The problem is some of us are of a certain age where when we cough, every system fails. Like, I'm jealous of my children for coughing and walking away. My back gets a zing. I almost pee myself every time. Like, it is a production, and nobody's here for that. Nobody wants to hear about it. Sorry, guys. Nothing at all.
Well, I'm doing the 1940s version of everything this week. 1940s healthcare, 1940s content, 1940s cookies. Everything is 1940s, right? So my 1940s version is I'm using pure saline in my strills. It's delightful if you don't know. But that meant I'm drinking more fluid than is available on the fucking planet. I'm just, a pipeline of liquid is going in. So all I have to do is think about sneezing, and ta-tinkle happens. Like, it's just seeping out from every possible direction, okay? But I'm here to tell you, saline solution, squirted neti pot style, straight up your snots, is fucking delightful. And I'm gargling with Listerines all the time. I'm taking vitamin D and vitamin C and vitamin water. I drink the water, not vitamin water, just proper water. I don't drink that hinky bullshit. Lots of clear. I've been having chicken broth in between my waters to keep it lively.
Okay.
A little kinky, a little something. And a little extra salt in there, which is delicious, full and lightening and full and delightness. And I am making it happen. And I also started taking medical pill, which I never remembered to do, to keep the fever at bay and all the other things down. And I normally would go medical. And I'm like, no, because every time I do that, I feel like I stop the symptoms in their tracks, but then all the germs race into the deepest recesses of my lungs and my cells. And then when the medicine wears off, they go, attack! And it makes it all so much longer.
I'm curious. Is this just your illness, or
Yes.
were you kind enough, like my husband, to share it with the whole family?
No, I've been consulting with some folk, live and in living color, in person, in their face. They've been hacking and coughing and sneezing. One of them even came in to the meeting room with a mask on because she was convinced she was going to give it to everybody else. I'm like, good move. Keep that mask on still. And
yet here we are.
Well, I could see them one by one falling down. So it
Oh,
started.
shit.
It started. Well, the one ended up, like I have walking pneumonia. I'm like, stay home. Why? We don't need. You can remote into
Stop
this
walking.
meeting. We don't need. You're not that important. Loving you as I do. Get the fuck out. So anyway, on Thursday, I started, and this is a full week after that meeting, right? They just dropped like flies. On Thursday, I could tell something was afoot. And I was like, maybe I'll beat it. I started with the zinc and the saline and the good praying to the Lord Jesus. And then on Friday morning, he smote me. That was it. And it was a bad scene. And it started to get badder and worser, but I kept up on my bitness. Saturday, I was like, and still huffing and puffing. I'll tell you my schedule in a second where it overlaps. I got like dizzy and I was freezing cold and then hot, sweaty. And I'm like, something ain't right. So I separated myself. I had people here helping me. And I was like, all right. I just pulled an Irish goodbye, walked into the bedroom, closed the door, got in the bed.
My
9
husband
o'clock
does
in the
that.
morning. Got back in the
Oh.
bed. And I'm like, this ain't, well, I'd been up since 5:30 at that point anyway. But I'm like back in the bed, slept till about 11:15, came back out, snapping and popping. Let's go. I'm ready to go. I wasn't ready, but I was like, now I can face it. I can keep on huffing. I can keep on going. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Because what was this weekend? What do you think?
Cookie season. We're
It's
making them.
cookies. Not only, well, because they have to be done. They have to be done. And we've really learned you can only do them so far in advance or else they're shitty on the day. So you kind of have to do them close up on you. Christmas falls right in the middle of fucking Hanukkah right now. So, you know.
Start together. I was excited about that
As
this
we
year.
love
but
to say,
why?
Jesus, you fucking born in the middle of everything. God damn it. Can't you space it out?
Dear listener, if you are not a frequent, avid, or you're new to us, Amy every year bakes a shit ton of cookies and brings them to family. They all have different jobs in the cookie spread. And Amy, are you doing the camels this year? You're making your...
Indeed. Indeed, I am. I am making all of the regulars. And by making, I mean, as we speak, I turned off the oven to come in here and sit with you. And I'm going to continue. So in a foolish gesture, I decided to leave the most difficult for last. Normally, I start with the most difficult because then everything is easy from there. But for some reason, I kept putting it off and putting it off. Also, another strategy usually fails me, but the strategy is leave the most important until last because it guarantees that they will get done, right? Because everything else that was optional, you use up all your time on the optional shit, but you're still going to make the time to get the important ones done. So it's like, okay, then you end up getting all your optional shit done because you wouldn't have, otherwise you would have done the important ones and then punt the optional. And then you go home crying and sad. It's just stupidity. So here's what it is. Just like my, oft-identified filth piles all around my whole life.
Self-identified, Amy. Self-identified.
My son looks at my life and says, tisk, tisk, mother, and calls and says, guess what? I'm coming to your house on Saturday and Sunday. And guess what I'm doing? I'm bringing my girly friend, and we're going to cook up a fucking storm. So get your cookie ready. We're doing it. And I couldn't believe it. And I also said, fuck yeah. So, like an ass, I added all kind of extra cookies that I don't normally do because I thought, helpers, helpers, helpers.
Amy has a cookie book that I worship.
I referenced it. Mm-hmm.
That I worship every year, from which I look and pick and choose and dream about the cookies in there.
It's 6 pages now. And it's thumbnail images of a cookie because people forget. So you put the picture of the cookie, and underneath you write the name of the cookie. Because sometimes they remember the name and they misattribute it, as happened just this year, to the wrong fucking cookie. So I have to help people. It's like a see and spell. So I'm like, see and say. I'm like, this is the cookie you like. And they're like, right. And they'll call it the wrong name. And I'll say, do you want the name or do you want the cookie you're pointing to? And they're like, I want the name. I'm like, then you want this cookie. And they say, yeah. Or it's very complicated.
So in that book that retains the beauty of the cookie picture and its title, is the recipe in that book too? Or that's in your heart and head? And
I keep it in a separate file that is also available to everybody.
Oh, okay.
And that was part of the joy of knowing this weekend was coming and part of the strategy of when to bake what.
Okay.
Because I wanted the important cookies to have eyes-on, hands-on experience so that you could be there, know how to cook it, transfer of the information, all of that stuff, and also didn't want to super frustrate people right out of the gate with something that there's no way to make it if it's not super frustrating. In the end, I ended up making super frustrating choices that I thought were just going to be like fun ones, and they ended up being the biggest pain in the ass fail ones. So all of this by way of saying we regularly and routinely, continuously decided it's food, it's a cookie, we're going to eat it, we're going to have fun. Nobody cares. Get over yourself. Right down to the crisis of Christmas. Okay? Christmas is canceled. Christmas is ruined. Guess what's happening with the camels?
What?
There ain't no camel in Jerusalem this year, my friend.
Wait, what? Amy makes these cookies. They're not spritz cookies.
They are literally spritz cookies.
Okay,
but I'll
they're
tell you the
spritz
truth.
cookies,
Yeah.
but she has the piece on the end of the that makes a camel. But it's not a camel if you don't make it a camel by putting an eyeball on it and by really decorating it. Otherwise, we belong to a group on Facebook that says, here's a cookie cutter. Tell me what you think the cookie looks like when it's decorated and finished.
Super
and
fucking
it's
fun.
not as easy as you think it would be, dear listener. But the camel is canceled. Why?
I will give you just a little quick backgrounder because I did have to just do this for the girlfriend to catch her up to speed. So, spritz cookies or those gun cookies, press cookies, where you squirt them out of a gun, right? They're all basically, they're being cut into shape by pushing a trigger and having the dough extruded through the shape, okay? That's all modern. It's all been convenientized. It works now. In the early days, in olden time, there was something called a Miro, M-I-R-O, a Miro press. This was maybe the first one, maybe the first of the type, could have been other types. Really old, literally made of aluminum. If you've ever cooked in an aluminum pan, they're like gross to touch because they just have that fingers on the chalkboard kind of it's just really, really bad. Super old, metal on metal. There's nothing but aluminum. Every part is aluminum. It's been washed 1,000,000 times. The camel, which was one of those original shapes that they had, only in the Miro, got discontinued almost immediately because it's a failed shape. It is our family's favorite fucking shape, okay? The reason it failed is because if you can picture a camel, big hump, big old fat body, little tiny head,
it's not
little
spread out enough for a
little stipply legs. So you got these little thin, tiny, tiny, skinny legs, little skinny neck, bulbous head, big old. They don't bake at the same times, Miro.
Right.
So
tiny
you get
legs,
burnt
thin,
legs,
yeah.
or you get raw,
uncooked
hump.
body. Yeah.
All bad. So you have to like be a genius to cook the thing perfectly anyway, and we go the extra pain in the ass mile that it has to have chocolate sprinkles. We call Jimmy's. Have to have chocolate sprinkles on the back, and they have to be inserted with just the right kind of a spoon, or else they go all over the pan. And yeah, so it's a pain in the ass to figure out how to do that. And you have to get a red hot for the eye and stick it right on that bulbous head. And you have to freeze the red hots, otherwise they melt in the oven. And I mean, there's so many tricks and tips to this fucking. Every fucking one is, and so you can't get a production line going because you have to before it goes in the fucking oven. And you want to kill Christmas when this happens. So cut to. For some reason, my son's talking up the camel, yap, 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 telling the girlfriend all about it, blah, 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 going through the cookie thing. And he's like, well, I can't find the disc at the moment, but because he was going through this bin where I had everything. I said, of course it's in there. Of course it's in there. I'll pull it out. They had a party to go to. They went to their party. Everybody's fine. I've left them till the end, foolishly. They did yeoman's work on all the rest of it. I started these cookies before talking to you, and guess what I discovered? Yes. I ain't got the fucking disc. I have no idea where it has gone.
Holy shit.
I made them last year. I guarantee you that at risk of losing this disc,
you put
it somewhere
super
special. I put it somewhere special. Yeah. And then when Jesus come back, he's going to have that fucking camel disc and nobody else until then. Right? So here's what I did. Here's what I do. What am I going to do? Can you cancel Christmas? No. Can you have Christmas without a camel? Fuck no.
Did you
can't.
Get
so
a different one and make it into a camel?
I took the Scotty dog.
Yeah.
Also
gave
a
it
failed
long
shape.
legs.
Also a failed shape. Took the Scotty dog, gave him a hump, took his tail, tuck it back up on its hump, and pray Jesus we going to work. And they're not the worst. You can tell because we're aficionados. Yeah. So we can tell.
Well, it's your family tradition, so
the dough is right. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. But it is an attempt, and that's where we're going to land this year. And I'm here to tell you, we already know the magic that is the camel cookie because I make them identical. It's the same dough. It's not identical. It is literally the same dough. I cleave it in two and color half of it to make a different shape of cookie. And people swear to me that the camel tastes better when it is the same. It is literally the same minus the green of the fucking tree.
Hey, dummy.
I don't say nothing.
Here's had the same fight with you about
Fruit Loops. Why I'm the dummy in this scenario?
I had the same fight with you about Fruit Loops, telling you that they are all the same flavor, just a
stupid
different
because
color.
I'm right. No.
And they are all the same
Don't
flavor,
hate
just
dummy
a
me.
different color.
Don't
hey,
hate dummy me.
Hey, dummy. You
They're
did
different
the same.
fruits.
They
They're
are
Skittles.
different.
I taste the rainbow.
That is a different food. Skittles have different flavors. Fruit Loops do not.
No,
they are
super
the
don't.
all
They're
the
fucking
same flavor. So I understand
You know what?
how your
You know
family
what?
feels.
You know what? You know what? When Jesus come back, he's going to have proper Fruit Loops and the camel cutter and all the fucking thing. So here's what else I made. Well, I shouldn't say I made, even though in this case I really did make these, but the children helped. Here's why. I should say something before I get distracted. There's so much to tell you. Okay, so I'll start telling. We couldn't really cook cookies because I discovered the girlfriend has such a, like, somehow grew up in a bunker level missing knowledge of Christmas. It's astounding. She has a poster in her basement of It's a Wonderful Life. Okay? You're aware of this title. You're aware that this is a movie.
I know the movie. Yeah.
Thank you. She's never seen it.
Oh, that's just bad parenting. No?
How do you? I don't have that fucking poster. First of all, I love you. Who wants that poster? What are you doing? That's trouble number one. But secondarily, if you go to the effort to get the poster, don't you think you need to watch the show? But she's got bigger problems. She's never seen Terminator. She's never seen, what's the other one? Won't watch Mission Impossible. You'll like this because her father, quote, hates Scientology so much that they have a DNA wide ban on Tom Cruise.
Wow.
Yeah,
Respect.
so that's helpful.
Respect.
But yeah, for real. But we were watching, what was the other Christmas movie she hadn't seen? It was something.
Elf. Tell me Elf.
Oh, no, it was A Wonderful Life. When something else was going, no, Elf is her number one, and she has it on repeat, and she's watched it many times, twice in my house. So I'm like, all right, of course, I knew I liked you. So here's what happened. When I heard about It's a Wonderful Life, I had to just, it was like the record, stop what you're doing. We put her on the couch. We got her a blanket, covered her up, turn on the thing, put on the subtitles. Here we go. You're not doing anything else until you watch this. Oh, my God. I remember what it was. The night before, they stayed for the weekend. The night before, she'd never seen fucking Die Hard. Are you, what? I don't even understand this generation.
It's not a Christmas movie.
Don't talk to me. Don't start me lying. Just don't. So we watched movies and we made cookies, and I made shortbread for the first time.
Oh yeah.
I never make it. And
Oh,
I'm sure I'm not any good at it. But I made what I would call like Sicilian style, which is fleur de Sicily, whatever. So that means it's the three flavors: lemon, orange, and vanilla, all in one. And I made my own candied citron. Actually, I didn't make it from citron. I made it from baby mandarins. So it was extra juicy and sweet. It was so good. So I made all that. And then I, did the orange sugar and all this fucking stuff and made the fucking sticks. They look ridiculous. They crumbled. I was super sad. But the whole point is you make these long sticks. They're 4 inches long. So it looks like one finger. Yeah. And then I had the girl dip them in dark chocolate and dip that in chopped pistachios. So that's a good time. So that's what she did. I had the boy. I made Florentines, which everybody goes crazy because they always say, I love Florentines. They're my favorites. They're the rainbow cookies. I'm like, no. Those are Venetians.
The lacy cookies.
Those are Venetians.
Ones. Yeah.
Florentines are the lacy cookies. So I made the lacy cookies, which is chopped up slivered almonds, and again more of that candied citron, and honey and cream and all this other kind of stuff. And then you turn that into almost like a brittle kind of a thing. It gets really lacy and bubbly, like a caramel, a smoky caramel goes. Then you make them they go into lacy discs. Then you flip that shit over, cover the backside with dark chocolate. You're welcome.
You can cover my backside with dark chocolate anytime.
And those are but two of the menus. I made gingerbread crinkles.
It's like porn for me.
They're so good. The little crinkles. I made the stupid snowballs because my daddy likes those. And I had the kids make what I thought was a fun one, and it ended up being a super pain in the ass, but they are very, very fun. Instead of Rice Krispie treats, you ever make them with cornflakes?
I saw them with Cinnamon Toast Crunch instead.
Same thing. Make them with cornflakes. It's just a different shape. The texture is great, right? Last year I made, just as a throwaway cookie, I made green ones in the shape of little wreaths.
Oh,
and
cute.
Put little red hots for the little red bow.
That's nubby and cute.
And it's super sweet. And it's like to break up the cookie madness. Oh, and they went like hotcakes. So this year I thought, wow, we got to top that shit. So I had them take, and instead of putting them in circles, I had them make like teardrop lights, like sea lights for the Christmas tree, the bulb size.
Oh, like the old bulb ones. Yeah,
Old
okay.
bulb ones. So they had teardrop shapes in different colors, 4 different colors, and then we put a little Reese mini at the top. So it looks like Christmas lights. And they're so fucking fun. So we had green and purple and orange and gold.
How many cookies do you think you were driving up to Delaware?
Oh, I don't know. Let's say that each type of cookie has between 60 and 100. So, yeah, that's right. Between 60 and 100, depending on the size of the cookie. So we've got gingerbread. You're going to count with me. Gingerbread. Then I have the Florentines. Then I have the shortbread. Then I have the butter cookie times 1, butter cookie times 2. Then I have, the snowballs. Oh, and then I made the sugar swirl cookies, which is like red and green and white, all swirled together. This is fucking fun. So that's, what is that, 7?
You have about 500 to 700 cookies.
Well, at least, yeah.
That you're
I
putting
feel like
in.
I'm forgetting something, so I have to look. Oh, 7-layer cookies, right. And there's easily 100 on that. Yeah, 7-layer cookies, which is, some people call them magic bars, but they should be
that's the
slapped.
sweetened condensed milk one that
That's
you
the
put
one.
the
Yeah, I
coconut,
forget. I fucking forget. I gotta watch. I gotta look. Oh, and I forgot this Christmas tree lights. Yeah, I got 1,000 cookies.
You got 1,000 cookies that are going up there. Oh, here comes the cough. I'm going to distract you. Oh, boy.
Boy, that's gonna. And I'm so glad I touched every cookie in the kitchen.
I'm sure the germs will dissipate by the
We're
time you
all
serve them.
sick for Christmas.
Isn't that the case? I discovered that everybody still gives their family and people gifts
Yeah.
for the holiday. We don't so much do that. Our lives are now just not like that. And you said it, Hanukkah is the exact same day as Christmas. Your Christmas Eve is, I believe, our first day being Christmas Day. Sure, but we're really not 8-nighting it. I found there's a gift that has come back into popularity. I'm going to need you to tell me if it ever left, because in our lives it absolutely left, and now there's a new request for it for both teenagers and adults.
Lay it on me.
Cologne.
Yeah, my teens we Italian, so I don't know if we really count. Smelling good's always a priority, and I am a massive fragrance wearer. Always had been. Always. Everybody, nobody's ever out. That's like toothpaste. That's the kind of thing you have to have it.
But do you feel like it's had like a second, like a resurgence of put this one on my gift list? Because I haven't heard anybody ask for it. And I got my hair cut, and while sitting there, everybody said, my son, who is 15, 16, 14, 12, asked for, and it's the reason I heard it was because these women are complaining that it's $400 an ounce. And I thought,
yes, the baccarat. Yeah, yeah. Well, I think TikTok has something to do with it. That's why Congress is banning it, really, because they're focused on the cologne sales. So
that might be it.
Yeah, I feel like it never went away for us because we Italian. I mean, there's never really been a drop in gold chain acquisition either. So some of our things just stay. Right?
Our chain game is strong.
Yeah.
It always has been.
Yeah, watch it, Santa. All right. So, no, I do think it has increased in popularity. But it's strange to me because it's always been my bag, baby, right? So, and it's another thing where I see things on TikTok, and I see a lot of stuff about fragrances on TikTok, and I just thought they were targeting me. But come to think of it,
It's
I
everywhere.
see a lot of stuff on TikTok that I have no business watching, but I'm always sucked into it. You know, hair braiding. I'm always a sucker for a hair braid, and I still don't know how to do it.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm fascinated. I don't know how to do it. I just watch them. It's like the rug cleaning. Like shit, I'm never gonna do refinishing the floors. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
yes,
true.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I gotta see when they turn
the
on
home
my
reno
sander.
stuff. Hi, we bought a school and we're turning it into our home.
super
I
in.
am in.
Let's go.
Show me everything you
Why
found
are you
in the
using
basement.
that utensil blade?
Love it. I
God.
absolutely love it.
You should be using the other one that I don't know what either one of them are called.
What happened to the designer imposters, and why are we permission $400 an ounce or 3/4 of an ounce or whatever you're doing? What happened to, oh, you like that? Try Giorgio. It is the new Beverly Hills, like CK1. All these things came up, and I thought, CK1, that was the one for men and women. Look at you, Calvin Klein, knowing what you're doing. I can't believe how expensive it is and how much people are talking about it now, not online. And I was amazed. But you're telling me for you guys, it never went out of style.
Never. I had a year ago, the teen asked for I don't even like to say it. He asked for Louis Vuitton cologne. I'm like,
you just turned into my mom.
I'm like, guess what, dope? They're not even known for the stinky juice. They're known for fucking leather goods.
Leather, right.
So what do you do? First of all, what's up, whore? You should watch her. Her whole mouth and tongue came alive, and she went, leather. I mean, I can't even explain to you how much tongue and teeth action was involved. If you're a pervert, whoo, you need to get yourself some Zoom call or whatever the fuck we're on, because this bitch can bring it. Say leather again.
I'm done.
Oh, and
I'm
she's
done.
spicy too? Withholding?
I want the designer imposters brought back. I bought those at McCrory's for like $1.99 before they burned down and all the Keds smelled like burned. The whole mall smelled like burning Keds. But I will tell you, McCrory's did right by us because they gave us our favorite scents in a spray like deodorant for nothing. It was almost free. Get that back.
I love it. I'm happy for
that
you.
brought me joy.
Exciting and fantastic.
I went to a work holiday party last night with my daughter because she and I both have a common workplace. I'm all caught up in trauma drama in my friend's life, so I was not going to go, but I was convinced by the shop owner that, nah, you should come. And I like any opportunity to have dinner with my daughter. So we dressed up a little and we went out to dinner. We were there with children and adults, but it was definitely outside Melissa's box because as it gets dark outside, I'm done. That means 5:15. I got my pajamas on and I am prepared to be this way through the rest of December, January, February, and March.
For real.
I'm prepared, and I'm here, and rumor has it that the new incoming president is going to ban daylight savings time. I'm like, I think we did that already. It's just not taking effect, but that's okay. You flex all you want. I appreciate you.
Stupid. Yeah.
I also discovered this past week that everything is napkin.
Yeah. What?
When you need one, everything. Not everything is tissue, but everything is napkin. Napkin can be tissue, but not everything is tissue. Is there anything that couldn't be napkin?
No.
I've wiped shit on a tree. I've wiped it on a shirt. I check my pants by the inside of the knees to see if I've wiped my hands on pants and if they need to be laundered. Look, guys, I don't feel well. I'm sick and everything is vile. But I will tell you that in 2 hours from now, every article of clothing in this house will be cleaned, folded, and almost put away.
How? Do you live in a fantasy land?
No, but when you just do laundry after laundry after laundry.
No, I don't even understand what that is. What's that word?
Oh, really?
No, I don't do it. I had the child stop making cookies to go do a load of my laundry. I'm not, first of all, it's on the second floor. That's a bridge too far. I'm not going up there.
Oh, wait, I have to work to do laundry?
Yeah, no. I almost bought a second washer and dryer for the first floor just so I'd have it, so I could do it. But then I thought, can't you fucking go up a step of stairs? Can't you do it? And the answer in my heart was, yeah, I can't. But then I thought, you know what? I'm not going to be that person. My 2025 goal is stairs. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm going to tackle them. I don't feel confident in it already, even as I say it. No, I'm not going to do it. But I would be great if that could be it.
Do you have any other goals for 2025?
I did. Stairs feels like it's supposed to work. Health. Let's go with health. Health includes stairs.
It does.
All right.
They are inclusive.
I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do something you taught me, which is if you feel it about something nice about someone.
If you feel it, lick it. Oh no, that's gross. That's not what I meant at all.
I think that's how we got sick in the first place, if I'm being honest. Oh, here comes the cough. Oh God. Oh God.
The lick a wick, kick a chick, a fick a funk, fank. All right, I'm sorry. I'm stopping. And we're walking
So Thanksgiving, you were without a child. Are you bringing him this time? Does he have off?
Sadly, no.
Fuck.
It's this way, okay? Where he works, they get 1 day off for the holiday. So he has his day off in addition
25th.
to the holiday. So he has 2, okay? Were he to take a 3rd day, which would be necessary because we celebrate with one family on Christmas Eve, another family on Christmas Day, and it takes really a day to travel. So unless you want to travel all night, work all day, travel all night, celebrate, drive Christmas night, and be back to work the next day, like you would have to take 3 days just to accommodate the travel. One of them would be unpaid, and he honestly doesn't feel like he's got that luxury to do it. And I'm like, it's just a day of pay. Why don't you do it? And he's like, yeah, but I don't really feel like I can even ask because I'm still so new.
I love that about our kids. This, not the whole generation, but specifically our kids don't want to disappoint their employer. I watch all of the TikToks saying, I know I'm supposed to come in and sign things, but can't you just send it to me? No, part of your job is, oh man, I don't want to come in. You know I don't like crowds. It's part of my anxiety. Who hired these sensitive, delicate motherfuckers? Then get yourself a copyright job where you have to stay at home and don't ever need to leave the house. But there are certain things you need to go and our kids don't have that. They want to keep impressing their employer as opposed to 23% of, it's Gen Z, Gen A, going to job interviews, bring their parent.
No, that's not right. And nor is it accurate, nor is it allowed. I'm going to slap him. And I don't like you even saying
accurate,
it. I don't want to be around you.
It is not all right. It is not all right. And the fact that he will not take
leaving.
that extra day, he will not take that extra day. And even your dog is pissed. And he values the respect he gets by showing up, doing his job, and he understands the assignment is really kind of impressive. And I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I was yelling earlier today to prove a point. I don't know what happened. The girl did something, and I wanted her to speak up. Oh, she was being polite. Jesus, she's very polite.
Told her that.
There's nothing wrong with being polite, but when I'm asking you something, you got to fucking say it. I was yelling, and I scared the dog earlier. And so now I was yelling, and I've scared him again. And I was just play fight yelling with her because she doesn't like berries, okay?
Leather.
It's all right. It's okay. I am.
You could cover them in chocolate and she would receive them.
Nope, she's a full on no berries. You know what? The world's a big place. You don't like the berries, I said. And first of all, I remembered in time, so I didn't serve her berries. When I started to put out the berries, and I'm like, oh, nope, she don't like the berries, and I went to put them away, she was like, no, that's okay. And I'm like, why would I put out berries if you don't like the berries? And she's like, well, I don't want to, blah, blah, blah. And so I told her, and I started screaming, if somebody come at you with berries that you previously said, I don't like the berries, I want you to grab a hold of that carton and slap it to the ground and say, I told you, don't you have love and respect in your heart for me? I said what I like. I don't feel like I've captured your heart with this, Melissa.
No, but I
tell
understand.
by the look on your face.
I only understand the dog part because there were two
teams. He left the room for me yelling about the berries just now.
There are 2 teams that lost this week for whom I was rooting. And it wasn't the 76ers. They won twice.
Oh.
So that was a good week for me. But don't worry, they'll fuck it up tomorrow night. In addition, but the dog sitting on the couch next to me, the cheering, the anything, the raised voice, they out. They are not being a part of it. They think something's wrong. You did something. Like it's either who do I have to kill? Oh, you're doing this again? I'm going to leave you. It's not a bad way to get rid of your dog.
Well, I'm trying to say, I guess I should be thrilled with the complete mental breakdown my dog has whenever I raise my voice, because otherwise he would live in a house where me acting like a fucking lunatic and yelling like crazy is just the way it is. Like if he's walking around like this ain't no thing, I'm like, isn't that a bigger red flag?
I guess it is. If nobody flinches when you raise a hand to hit them, they know that you're not a hitter. But if everybody flinches when you go to take a plate out of the cabinet, it's a real understanding of what happens in your house. I've seen it.
Oh, wow.
I've seen it. We have a new piece of equipment in our house.
Do you?
And every single member of the family is using it. And I never saw this coming.
What could it be?
It's not exciting. Like it's a lot of buildup.
What
But
could it be?
we sold our elliptical on Facebook Marketplace for almost nothing.
Not where my head went. Okay.
And we purchased the Peloton tread.
Okay.
It is used just like we are and underappreciated. And now it is getting more love than I think it ever had when it lived.
It's a treadmill, no?
Yes, it's a treadmill. But it's a treadmill.
You're exciting. Your health is very exciting.
Well, I am working on being better, and my health is not exciting.
That's great. I love better. I love Peloton.
It's actually one of your goals for this year is your health.
It's great. I love health. Health is we're good friends. We're making it happen.
You're going to walk stairs.
I literally made 1,000 cookies this weekend. You want to talk to me about health?
You're not eating them all. You're making them to make other people.
Yeah. We'll see.
I want you to know we've been doing, how long have I been doing this? 3 years with you? 4,
10
3,
minutes,
4,
yeah.
And I've never gotten one of those cookies. Just
I don't
saying.
ship, gal. It's not like they're going to anybody else. They arrive to the place where I sleep, where I stay, where I eat. They go to family only. And even then, I got to look at you sideways if you're not related. Even if somebody brung you, I'm like, you could eat from the tray. Like, that's how this goes. All right?
I would love to be stuck in traffic with you and 10,000 cookies in the car. Like, that's not a threat that I'm taking. But I will tell you, all 4 of us have been on that treadmill, and we kind of like it. Of course, when I get off, I think I'm still on it. Like, I just got off a boat, and my legs still moving. And I'm like, uh-oh, I'm going down. Like, something's going to happen.
Does it work? Is it a split tread where it is like an elliptical in that way? Or is it a flat tread?
Well,
it's
flat,
just a treadmill.
Crazy incline, crazy speed, but
that they own. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Remember, they had a treadmill prior and it killed a kid. So they had to.
I don't know any part. I think Peloton, I think bike. Thus the Pella of the ton.
My daughter got really sad when she saw that while walking on the treadmill. I took my sweatshirt off and I put it on the bike. And she said, "Oh no, Mom. Is this what's going to happen to the bike? It's just going to be the home for a sweatshirt a day for like 14 days until you wash those." Maybe, but not right now. So health and fitness is on my list for the new year.
Happy health and fitness.
And we all said we don't want another piece of equipment. We're all using it. So we were wrong and Stu was right. He's trying to get us healthier. So now we have your rower. we have all the things down there. And
we have a treadmill. We have a George Foreman grill. We have a hydro.
Those two are against each other, the Foreman grill and the treadmill.
It's not called that. It's whatever it is. It's the one. It's
like a Bowflex?
It's the Chuck Norris, Christy Brinkley special.
The Bowflex?
No, it's from
Norditrack? The Norditrack?
No, we got rid of that. It's from Chuck Norris, literally.
Yeah, but I thought he does the commercials for
he does whatever he does. That's why I call it the George Foreman grill. It's whatever Chuck Norris does. It's the stretch-a-flan. It's the whatever it is.
Okay.
And Christy Brinkley gets on there and goes like, "I love it because I'm paid to endorse it." And like whatever the fuck else is happening. It's a good little stretcher machine, and you can pretend it's the Pilates equipment. It's the stretching. Maybe it does have flex in it, but it's not a Bowflex. Maybe it's the Fling Flex. Maybe it's the Flim Flam. Maybe it's a Shim Sham. Maybe it's a scam.
Oh my God. Anyway you look at it, I am grateful for the ability and oh, good Lord.
God help me, Lord Jesus, come and help me.
Aren't you supposed to put both hands over your head up in the air for someone to tap your back when you do that? Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Nobody's going to help me. This is good as it's been. Imagine how bad it was before.
So you never had a full house because of these college visits. Is that what you're saying?
Full house? No, I don't get one of those. No. The lick a wick, kick a chick, a fick a funk, fank a. All right, I'm sorry. I'm stopping. And we're walking.
I'm going to tell you that even though the acceptances are flying in the house to law school, child number 2 and I are flying to Minnesota and Boulder to go look at those 2 schools, even though in the middle of the winter, which is against every fiber in my being.
No, it's the right thing to do because you have to realize how bad do you want this shit to be trudging in tit-high snow to your classroom, right? The shit is cold. It's gonna get colder than this weekend when you're there. So if this weekend is a bridge too far, get ready for a year and a half or however long law school is. 9,000 years?
3.
3? I thought it was a year and a half.
3 years.
Why is it 3 years?
That's how long it takes
No,
to torture
it's a year
you.
and a half. You're supposed to look at the numbers, Melissa.
It's 3 years for law school.
No, it's not. Who knows this better, you or me?
I'm going to say me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm going to say
Okay.
me.
All right, and this leads me to my next topic, but we need to talk about your flights. All right, when are you leaving?
Oy vey. So I said, Temple just gave you a full ride.
Nobody's going to Temple. We hate Temple.
Why do we hate Temple? It's
I
right
think
here
that's
in
great.
Philly.
Full ride is great.
And it's free as fuck.
I could have gone anywhere. I chose Temple and got knifed in the orbital socket.
We
I
actually
love Temple.
do know somebody who got knifed.
I
Temple.
didn't even. I made that up, and I
No.
knew it was true.
It was Halloween 2 years ago. He was the
Doesn't even need
bouncer
to be
at his
Halloween.
fraternity, and he was sitting outside waiting.
It's Tuesday. Yeah.
yeah.
Gish, gish, gish.
For the
Yeah.
law school, I think it's a little different, but I mean,
No, it's not.
Maryland
they just
rolled
know how
in.
to sue you. Yeah. Anyway,
And
Maryland. To get
all
a free
these-
ride at Maryland.
No, not a free ride. We're waiting for the financial package, but I would really like her to see it in the winter and see how bad it could be and see that for 3 years it's you coming to us and we're not coming to you. If you practice law here, let's find a place that's got a sauna club. And our sauna club is opening soon. The open house is
So
like
ready to have a fucking sauna in my fucking house. I'll even say it wrong just because I want it so
Wait,
much.
are you doing the Costco sauna for
No,
one or the
no,
Wayfair
I
for
lost
two?
that battle, and also who could afford it? We have some very, very high looming tuition bills. We are really optimistic for the lacrosser, and the schools that he is in conversation with are life-changingly expensive. So I don't feel like I'm buying a sauna anytime soon, but who knows? Who knows? So because I had this daydream, this fantasy, call it, of turning the equipment closet, because when we built this house, my husband decided that we needed a cavernous interior closet dedicated just to store the lacrosse gear, because he's fucking nuts. And I'm like, great. So when that shit is done, it's the size of a sauna.
Oh, that's perfect.
And it backs up, because I couldn't have a linen closet in my own bathroom because we used the space on the other side of the wall
What
for
does
this
it back
giant
up to?
cavernous. That fucking closet. So that closet opens into the
Perfect.
main hall of my house.
Perfect.
Right? And the back of that closet, which is super deep, is the back wall of part of my bathroom. So I'm like, hello.
Do you have a wine room as well?
No, we made a conscious decision not to do that. We made a conscious decision to not get a freezer that's the same size as the refrigerator. We just got a very, very fancy refrigerator it has a glass door on the front, and then the freezer that comes with it is just like a pull-out drawer. Because foolishly, I thought, we're just going to prioritize fresh food. I don't want to have a bunch of shit in the freezer that we never eat. And
You
know,
sound like Chipotle. They don't even have a freezer
well,
in their
honestly,
restaurant.
I was like, I also don't want to sort of celebrate wine culture. And what are we going to do? We're going to buy this giant piece of equipment that we then fill with our trophies. Like, if you have that much wine, why are you not consuming it? Like, for whatever reason, I thought I'm going to build this house
No
as a
seller.
testament to the life I want. If it's not the life I lead, it's the life I want. And I have a full-blown exercise room with a sport floor on the bottom, a full wall of mirror on the thing, the whole thing, right? And do I go there? No, it's on the second floor, right? So full
but
music
this year,
room,
stairs.
full
this
music
new year,
room, drum
stairs.
kit, piano, soundproofing, stereo system, tricked out, all the shit. Now I got crates of wine sitting dangerously close. I bought a little shitty wine fridge. We got a tiny bev fridge, and I have a shitty wine fridge. Between that, and I still have, So I made some decisions. Sauna, I would love
That
and would
red
have,
light.
and should have and would have and do, but I'm the only one that is into the sauna because
No, I really think your husband would benefit from this.
I
A
know
red
they
light
would, and
sauna.
they would love it if they would just fucking get in it.
And you have athletes in your house. They
love
also
it.
could really benefit
I
from
love
the
it.
red light. Even
It's so
even
good.
15 minutes of just
It's so good.
letting that hit all of your joints and all of your that would be
You don't
really
know how
helpful.
good it is. Number one, it's so good. I love it, and I need it in my life. But I'm prioritizing other things at the moment. So
No, the new year we're prioritizing health.
Sure.
Please. Okay.
Health in all the ways, though, and health is having a healthy regard for what's coming next. Here's what I wanted to tell you.
Tell me.
I was today years old,
Uh-oh.
literally this afternoon,
Uh-oh.
when I heard in the movie It's a Wonderful Life,
Go ahead.
which I pretty much have memorized because I've seen it so many times. And it was this girl's first time. Shocking still. Can't even get over it. Clarence, did you know he's the angel in the movie? Starts out, and he's talking to his other heavenly creatures, right? Joseph. He's talking to all these people. Trying to do his assignment. And they're saying, let me tell you about this guy's name's George, right? He goes, we have a human on Earth, Clarence. We want you to go help him. His name's George, and he needs our help. And Clarence says, what, is he sick? And they say, no, worse. He's discouraged.
He doesn't believe.
He's
worse. He's discouraged.
Worse. Is he sick? No. Worse. He's discouraged. And it stood out to me when they said worse than being sick is being discouraged. And for the first time in my life, I heard the word discouraged as discouraged, as in I have no courage. I have no courage or confidence in any. I am so far removed from what is needed. I've lost the confidence to continue.
The
as
cowardly
opposed to
lion is discouraged.
discouraged. If I could get my courage back, things would be set to right. And it was just, I love it when words just open themselves up to you like this. And it's like, have you been there this whole fucking time and I didn't know? Am I the only, did you know the whole time?
Of course I did, but I get it in songs.
Is it
I hear-
science?
Conscience,
Come
conscience,
on.
that's how you spell it. But I hear it in songs. I'll hear a lyric that will sit with me or rock me for like 10 minutes. The song's over and I'm still thinking, that'll have to do. I was cut in half, but that'll have to do. And I'm like, oh, I see what you did there. I see how you played. It's something stupid like Stick Season by Noah Kahn. But I sat there and I held on to those words and I thought, and then I looked around the car and nobody was with me. Nobody was in my head. But yeah, I have those moments. Discouraged is,
Yeah,
yes.
but what a treasure to be in the car by yourself. For fuck's sake, God. Anyway, no, I do. It's just
on the way to buy cookies. But go ahead.
Okay, show off. Okay,
Show off. You're the one who makes them. I buy them. You're the.
you know what? It's the having of the cookies.
That's
the
actually
flex.
true. That's
It's
actually
the having
true.
is the flex, not the making, if I could say. And I still have to do Christmas wrapping, and I still have to do Christmas packing.
You're
and I still have to
wrapping
do
for
Christmas travel.
extended family. Your family's done. You're not doing that, are you?
We long ago, because there's a great many lot of us, decided it was foolish to keep giving trinkets to each other,
Yes.
and so we pick a name. We at Thanksgiving we all pick a name out,
perfect.
and so it's like a secret Santa. So that translates into, oh shit, Mom, can you? So I am Secret Santa times 4, and the one architect takes care of himself, and the others pass me their fucking shit to go do. I do mine, and then I do yours, and then I do yours. Yeah. And then, meanwhile, I wrap the one that you got. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, he's 16. I can't expect him to go out, and he doesn't have a gig. I can't expect him to go out and buy something. So I'd have to orchestrate it anyway. It's just easier. Anywho, so that's what I'll be wrapping. Yeah.
We used to be the house where people went to, the Jews, where you go to wrap your kids' Christmas gifts. So my kids would walk in and see a new bike. That's not for you. And they would see the George Foreman grill. Honey, that's not for you either. Like all these things that weren't for us. We were good neighbors. We were fairly decent people, but
Chuck
really
Norris,
good neighbors.
Execuflex. No, I think that's super cute that people would come to you and even think about being that crafty. I've told this before, but I'm going to tell it again because I saw The Santa Claus, which is the one with Tim Allen. We watched the 1, 2, and 3 of that today while we were having cookies. We were baking cookies.
That's adorable.
On in the background. And his name is Scott Calvin, SC. Yeah, Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
So I knew a guy I knew Bunny, his wife, but Bunny's husband is named Cyril. So, and their last name is Chew. So Bunny and Cyril Chew. So anyway, they got a bike for their child for Christmas, put it in the attic, special order to hide it. It was a special order bike. So the child goes up into the attic, sees it up there with a tag on it that says hold for SC. And he completely thought that Santa was storing his gifts in his own attic because his dad's name is Cyril Chew, and he didn't think SC stood for Cyril Chew. He thought it stood for Santa Claus. So I love it.
That's so cute. I do love that. Oh, yes. Honey. Trying not to ruin Christmas for anybody else. Our kids are on autopilot now. Big fan, big fan.
Santa brings bikes all the time, but in this case, it was his dad that bought the bike. That's why it's a cute story.
How long are you staying in Delaware? Are you doing the quick turnaround?
It's the up and back. It's the up and back.
Yeah. And are you having excellent New Year's Eve plans at home?
We should. I think we're having none, which at this point feels excellent, having been all over God's graces for the
and being sick. Being sick also sucks, and you don't want to host.
Yeah, so we have no travel plans, and sweet Jesus, if that isn't music to my ears. And, I mean, you know me and New Year's Eve. It's such a fucking irritant to begin with, because if you're a party person, it's totally who cares. It's just another fucking party. So why do we have to put all this pressure on it? It's like, I want it to be more than just a party. And if you're not a party person, you're kind of like, why do I have to party on a Wednesday? Like, nobody's happy. And then the next day you get up and you have to eat weird food. Like, you know about the weird food.
What weird food? I don't know what weird food you eat on January 1st.
You have to eat the weird food.
Be clearer.
Okay. If you're Spanish, you have to eat grapes under a table at midnight. Do you not know about this?
I do not know about this.
You have to eat 12 grapes as fast as you can under a table while the thing is striking 1
Feels
to
like
12.
A choking hazard.
No, you got to power that shit in, 1 for each stroke for luck in each of the months of the year coming, 1 through 12. 12 grapes, you got to get them in, and they have to happen before the thing stops a striking.
Okay, that's Spain, you said?
Yeah.
Where else has a really stupid, weird, unusual requirement of food? I don't understand.
All the Asias.
What's their story?
They're big on symbols, yes? So they have all the food is represent something else. So you have rice is not only like abundance and fertility, but it's also like wealth because there's so much of it. Like the many grains of rice will be the wealth and abundance coming to you in the new year. And then they have luck, and they have shit shaped like moons and circles and gold for coins and all this kind of stuff. You're supposed to eat corn. And then in the South, you have to eat this horrible shit called Hoppin' John, which is disgusting, and collards, which again symbolize green for money in the new year. You got to eat a bunch of shit you don't want to eat. Cornbread. Cornbread is fine, but I don't want to have to eat the fucking Hoppin' John. It's beans and
I've heard of it.
Black-eyed peas and pain and suffering
and sadness.
It's super gross.
It's actually the cement that the Jews used to build the pyramids when Pharaoh had them over the barrel.
Gastrointestinal flush. It's not a great.
That's actually delicious. What we
Hoppin' John?
No, we use haroset. You know that apple.
Haroset is the apple and the yum yams. I like that one.
And the Kill Annie nut. Yeah, that's the good stuff.
But there's walnuts in.
Yeah,
it's a good thing she ain't a Jew.
Good thing. She did write us to tell us she started hormone replacement therapy. I know when something goes wrong or right with you, you see it all over the place again, and everything.
Why is she starting that now?
Everything on my TikTok, everything on my Reels, all has to do with perimenopause. And it's like, did you kill anyone today? I did not. And everybody is starting up their own.
Yeah, but what I saw is it's too late. Like, I love that she's starting it. But what I saw from, all of my really questionable sources is that it's supposed to, there's like a window. There's a sweet spot window.
So from the window
to the wall, to the sweat drip down my balls. My hormones got to call. All y'all bitches, HRT. Hey-oh, hey-oh, hey-oh. That don't even rhyme, but check it. It's still healthy. I'm trying to say there was a window where from like 50 to 53, that period alone had these massive life-prolonging benefits. And everything else, you're fucked. So it's like, all right, I missed my window. Give me that cornbread. Like, I don't know. Maybe I should talk to somebody who's real, but also, I don't have answers. Good for her. Get that hormones. Get it.
Dear listener, what are you doing in the new year to make Amy's life better?
Ooh! I like it.
What are you doing in the new year to be a better you in the world?
Uh-oh.
Because that is what the world needs now.
Love, sweet love. Guess what else I saw on TikTok just today? And I did repost it, so you're super welcome. Hang on a second. Hang on for me. Hang on.
I bet you I could guess. I'm going to guess.
Ugh.
Is it Justin Baldini? And
I know who that is.
Oh, okay. What'd you say?
Who's Justin Baldini? Is he Houdini of the Justins?
He is the actor and director of a movie that you shared a PR repost about. It's the, what's her name? And Ryan Reynolds' wife. Serena. What's her name? Blake Lively. That's it. Blake Lively.
Yeah. I am no fan of hers, but I do find it interesting that she is suing because a PR campaign was lodged against her and it legitimately had evidence to make her look bad. So she's suing the people.
So I had this conversation with my daughter and the whole PR thing and what cycle of, is it a Friday where the news dump is? Is this something you can battle? You can't. She did a TikTok about it to say, I'm allowed to hate Blake Lively and she's also allowed to be a victim of sexual harassment. I don't hate her for that. I hate her for 107 reasons that have nothing to do with this. And you could easily also be a victim and I can it's like Voltaire. I will defend your right to not be harassed, grabbed, forced to look at pictures of your director's naked partner, all these things. However, have you had a job in your entire life where that hasn't happened to you? I'm not saying it should happen and because it happened to it's every single life experience has that.
No, I don't mean, I just want to be clear because I said this around my son one time and he was legitimately aghast. He was shocked to the point of incredulity. He couldn't believe, and he thought there for a second, I wonder what's wrong with her. Like, what's her circumstance that such a fate would befall her? And I'm like, sweetheart, welcome to the party. This is how it works. I'm talking, there has not been a job where I have not received physical touch, kiss, intimidate, all of it, 100%. Not just words, not just implication.
Agree.
By a superior and a boss.
Starting for me when I was 15.
Yeah.
That's when all of that shit started. So is it right? Fuck no.
No, it's disgusting.
Is it a surprise? Is it vile? Yes. Is it a surprise? Not at all.
Nope.
And do you deserve the right to go to work and not have to deal with that? Absolutely. Stop your aghast at the fact that it happened. You need an education if you're aghast at what.
He was 20-year-old boy and he
right.
couldn't conceive because that's not the world that he thinks he lives in, and arguably that his peers don't live in until they get to the workforce.
Until they live in it.
Because his peers don't do that with each other.
I hope not, and good for you for having that experience. But as a woman, talk to his girlfriend. I mean, as a woman, even at 20. Yeah, you've definitely been through it. And it is horrible. This is not how I was going with this podcast. I know we're both sick and I wanted to hear about your vacations, your planning, but it definitely stopped my kids in their tracks too.
The Blake Lively thing, which is where this is going, is really curious. She, like Anne Hathaway, right, has enough filmed evidence of her being a snotty bitch.
Yes.
That you deserve what you get.
No.
You deserve the awareness of your snotty bitchiness.
Yes, agree. Endorse.
And when people look at you, point and say,
that's a
snotty
bitch. Yeah.
Guess what? You don't get to go, no. It's one, I understand things can be taken out of context. I understand scapegoating. I understand not everything is the way that it seems. All of that, I understand. I give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to give you 9,000 benefits of the doubt when I have 9,000 videos, all in different contexts, all in different circumstances, some of which go on for 18 minutes, and you, a snotty bitch, threw out.
And it's not just recently. It's not after the Ryan Reynolds years. It's been consistent. It's your personality. I don't have to like you.
It's not because you were lonely. It's not because you were sad. It's not because you were blonde. It's not because they took your slipper and threw it out the window. It's not any of these fucking reasons, right?
You
it's
a bitch.
You a snooty bitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
sorry
again,
we found out. Right.
Again, two things can be true. You can be that deplorable human.
Guess what? And still keep your ass your own ass.
And still have had terrible things happen to you.
Correct. I'm sorry, I don't have my voice anymore. And that's what I was going to tell you. There's so many good things on TikTok right now. And all I want to do is sing with them and sing. There's this gospel choir going around doing an improvisation of the 12 Days of Christmas. Have you seen it?
I have.
It is. Why do you say it like that?
Because I feel like I've seen everything TikTok has to offer.
Why does it not, just even the mere mention of it, stir your soul to the point that tears are flowing on your fucking face?
Yeah, you have a different connection than I do to Christmas.
It's not Christmas. It's the joyfulness of their singing. They could be singing, "It's a giant shiny turd." It's not the words that they're singing.
I would love to hear the shiny turd. Yes, and that guy who left his house because he heard African song being sung and he didn't know what it was, and it drew him like who was?
Did you hear it? I start crying.
It was incredible. So were the Christmas. I also went to a Christmas concert this week. These are all
so you're kind of taking
moving and beautiful.
Of jingle up the jangle.
But mine was a kid's Christmas concert.
Oh,
and they did the re-gifts of the 12 days, the re-gifts of Partridge Family album. The Partridge Family album was like, and a Partridge Family album re-gifted, like that kind of thing. And it was cute and it was fun. And well, when your friend is slipping away, you become her kid's parent to some degree, and you show up.
No, I don't lament the programming. I lament that you had to participate as an audience member because I feel for you. I've done my time.
I thought I was done with all of that stuff with my kids, but she's actually quite talented, so it's kind of still interesting to go. But there's the school politics, like, ooh, you can't sit here. There's an alumni song, and all the alumni came up to sing a Christmas song. It was really sweet. I liked it. It was sweet. It was sweet.
I'm glad.
It's like being a grandparent.
I'm aware I'm easily moved. But you know what? I love that about me. So join in.
Tell me
You're welcome to join my love.
Amy, tell me something else you love about you.
Well, I love that I persevered through this sickness. I love that I had the presence of mind
Clear fluids.
To prioritize just enough of my needs as a person so that I could accomplish what I desired. Normally, my brain would go into overdrive, and like that chef on Elspeth, I don't care if you're missing a lung, you're going to keep doing these cookies. No, I thought, guess what? If I have 2 lungs, better cookies I will make. So just the sense of take it slow, do what you can. When people offer to help, say yes, accept it, be joyful, keep treading. And when shit goes sideways, like camels made out of Scotty dogs, guess what else? It's all going to be okay. It'll all be okay. We're going to be okay. So, and these are very new.
Yeah, I'll say
approaches.
They're new for you. Yeah.
Very new approaches. So I love that. And I love that I'm resilient in that way, right? I love that I am so aware of the overflow of blessings in my life. It's just sudden abundance always. It shocks the fuck out of me. I know it, and I'm still, to the point of giggles, surprised by it. Surprised! But because I already know it. It's like I won the lottery, and my whole being is saying, you know you're going to win it again. And then I sit there and I think, I know I'm going to win it again. And I win it again. And I go, I win it again. I still don't believe it. I played bingo with a bunch of fools at a Christmas party. Bingo. The whole party, everybody, all 50 people playing bingo. 5-time winner right here.
Shut up.
No, I won a Wusthof knife.
Wow.
I won real shit. Won a bottle of wine. I don't remember what the fuck else I won. Yeah, I started giving my shit away. On the fourth time, I was like, somebody is still a loser, hadn't won nothing. I was like, here, you take it. And then I won the next round.
Did you get a La Crusette Dutch oven in there? Because that's not something you give away.
It was one of these things where they always do. They bought a bunch of prizes and put them up there. And there was some autographed football from some idiot. No, like a bunch of shit. Like, I don't know. I'm sure it was probably the most valuable thing up there, but I don't want it. So it's like the stuff that I wanted, either, I don't even really know what there was. There was a whole bunch of stuff. So it was very fun. 5 times. 5.
I am a fan of bingo. Bingo is something you will always get me to leave my house to play, go, do. Not right now because my kids are home and nothing makes me happier than having all of the birds in the nest. Except for the fact that my husband left the house yesterday, early morning, took 2 of the dogs with him to the beach to not close up. We're going to spend New Year's Eve down there. But to winterize the house, and I was home with just the kids and 1 dog. I'm so fucking stupid. Why don't I have 1 dog?
I don't know.
The
why did he
answer
take
is
2 is all I could think.
1 dog. It's a genius plan. And teach it to be somewhat independent.
Did he take the fighter and the victim? Like, who'd he take?
He took the fighter and her father. He took the 2 big dogs, and he left me with the victim.
Training. It's training day.
Curled up She curled up right in bed with me at night, and she was like, I felt her exhale the world and thought, I really brought this fucking chaos into your life. I am so sorry. I can't ever do that again. And the saddest part is she's going to be the one to go first because she's already 11, 12 years old. So I'm just going to love her every day.
I'm not going to say anything other than let's mark this moment. It's a very bold proclamation to say I'm never going to do that again. That's a really bold proclamation.
I didn't want 3. I okayed the 2, and then my husband said, but it's his daughter. How could you separate a family? I didn't know what to say to that.
We're not in the look back time machine, so that's
I'm not putting
irrelevant.
myself in the position in the future. I'll continue to work with this rescue, and when everybody's gone, maybe I'll foster, but I cannot do.
Let's mark this moment.
Go ahead.
And let's maybe reframe it with a little more
on the positive side.
No, I was just going to say a little more reasonable expectation, right? And the reasonable expectation is, what's the insight here? The insight is you want a joyful home full of abundance and love and calm and peace for the creatures who inhabit it. That's what you desire.
Yes,
that's what you desire. Okay? You desire that. And if you inadvertently disrupt that balance, you're going against the thing you most desire. So you have to weigh every decision as a variable in the peaceful outcome, right? In this home of peace and serenity and calm and safety and security for all the creatures who inhabit it.
And keep adding lifestyle. Both of my kids are going to be hitting up far away schools. One just got into Seattle.
Fuck. I don't know why they apply there.
Because they want to get away from the East Coast.
Stop. Well, they want to get off the East Coast.
They do.
Why? I'm sorry this podcast is unlistenable with me screeching like a parrot, but I just don't understand why they're making these life choices. I can't support you. They eat fish there all the time.
They throw fish there.
You have to be on a boat. There's a lot wrong. Tom Cruise left Seattle. His name is Tom Hanks. And he left.
Oh, he was sleeping. Wait, he couldn't sleep there. That was the problem. He had to go to New York.
You'll never get a night's sleep out there. Just pay attention. Babysitters
You're only coming
weird.
back anyway.
That's right.
Dear listener, we have been all over the fucking place today.
And you're welcome.
We are both sick. You can write me brilliantobservations@gmail.com and say, hey, girls, next time you're sick, don't do this.
I love that you don't even kid anymore.
That you're reading it also? She dying.
I'm so sorry.
She
for
dying.
both of us. For you hearing it and me feeling it. I'm so sad and sorry. Whoo, Jesus. All right. No, I just love that you say you can write me.
Yeah,
You
at
don't
this
even
point,
kid
you're not
around
looking.
anymore. It's not an us because Amy doesn't read shit.
But
write
I
me.
bring it to you. But I would like, I mean, you might
I
write
love
and
it.
say, you don't need to do it if you're sick. It's not worth it for us or for you. But
Yeah, maybe keep your cookies, Juicy Throat. I don't necessarily need it.
those cookies. The cookies and what you like about you are my highlights from this episode. And maybe I'll take out everything else. But yeah, that's what I liked most. We love you guys. We're grateful that you even turned us on. I think we've got one episode left for till the new year, right?
Hey-o!
And then we together will weather the new fucking 2025. Yeah, it ain't good.
It's
It
going to
ain't
be
good.
great. It already is great. You wait.
Okay, I'm a wait. I'm a
Believing
wait
is
and
seeing.
see. Amy, I love you.
I love you.
Almost as much as I love eating those cookies of yours that I've never seen.
I
so.
love you so much. That's why I deny you the cookies.
Great. Write us. Tell us where you're spending New Year's Eve. Maybe if you're at the beach, I will meet you at, what are the restaurants down there? Steve & Cookies for dinner. Or what are those stupid places?
Something else.
We'll have a meetup on the beach, dear listener, if you find yourself in the Margate area. Ventnor, Longport.
If you find yourself walking in the Margate Beach,
I love him. Take your shoes
it's
off.
a beautiful
and sit
life with sand in your sheets.
Thank you for making our life a beautiful life.
Indeed. All right.
Bye.
The lick a wick, kick a chick a fick a funk, fank. All right, I'm sorry. I'm stopping. And we're walking.